All right. I figured we'd finish this out. Camera angle has changed. Welcome, everyone. Looks like we are in action here. I'm going to share the screen. Okay. Wait. Hang on. That was not right. Mercy phase. Yep, there we go. All right. We are live. So we got a poll here. Be sure to like this video. We only have 4 people in here currently, but a few more is going to hop in. So if you haven't liked the video yet, one of you 4, go ahead and like it. Subscribe to the channel. Really help me out. Thank you very much.
All right. I'm advised that the jury has arrived at a verdict. Again, as before, I will expect no outbursts either way upon reading the verdict. Are there matters that we need to discuss before we receive the verdict?
Not from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, Your Honor, not from the defense.
Bring in the jury, please.
What y'all think? What's the vibes? We got all no. We got 3 votes on the poll. No mercy. I mean, it's got to be no mercy, right? But you know, I will accept what the jury thinks. They deliberated a little longer than I thought it would, but it's still. I think it was still less than an hour. Was that right? What time did we leave? Y'all remember? I can't remember. Don't know who all's here, but. Yeah, I think you're right, Brian. I think that they did not serve her well.
Madam Foreperson, has the jury arrived at a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you please hand the verdict form to the bailiff, who will transmit it to me?
Well, I'm not going to go crazy like.
Will the defendant please rise? In the case of State of West Virginia versus Natalie Cochran, case number 23-F-343K, the verdict is as follows. Having found the defendant guilty of murder of the first degree, we, the jury, recommend the following. We, the jury, unanimously do not recommend mercy. The verdict form is signed by Holly Rich, foreperson of the jury. It is dated 1/30/2025. Does the state wish to examine the verdict as to form?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Does the defense?
No, Your Honor.
You may be seated.
You can't give mercy. You just can't.
Is there a request that the court poll the jury?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
The court will receive the recommendation of the jury. It will be recorded and received fully by.
But yeah, so I mean, really, you can't give mercy in this. Overall thoughts. Let's talk about that. So, her defense was not good. I think she would have done better representing herself almost. Now, granted, I know Victor's been on the case forever. Oh yeah, good point. Sentencing. Let me see.
With sentencing at this time.
Let me rewind here and let's see.
3K, the verdict is as follows. Having found the defendant guilty of murder of the first degree, we, the jury, recommend the following. We, the jury, unanimously do not recommend mercy. The verdict form is signed by Holly Rich, foreperson of the jury. It is dated 1/30/2025. Does the state?
I'm going to just keep listening here. I kind of interrupted it.
Wish to examine the verdict as to form?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Does the defense?
No, Your Honor.
No,
You may be seated. Is there a request that the court poll the jury?
Not for the state, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
The court will receive the recommendation of the jury. It will be recorded and received fully by the court. The court has no discretion in this matter. I'm not sure that it would be useful to have a pre-sentence report or to even come back for sentencing.
Post-trial motions, Your Honor.
We certainly can deal with post-trial motions, but the court, I believe, will go forward with sentencing at this time. I'll ask the defendant to please rise. It is the judgment and ruling of the court that the defendant, Natalie Cochran, be, and she is committed to the penitentiary of this state for her natural life without the possibility of parole. I'll preserve all defense exceptions to the sentence imposed. You may be seated. Members of the jury, I appreciate your service. This is no comment at all on your verdicts, but you have been here. You have done everything that the court has asked you to do. You have been attentive. You have paid attention to all matters presented before you. I can excuse you from this trial, but I cannot release you from service. And so you are now pros in terms of jury service, and you will have to be available until May, the May term. It is very likely that you will be called in for other trials, civil or criminal. And so you know what to expect. You know what the situation involves. Thank you very much. We could not operate without you. And I sincerely appreciate your cooperation and patience. You may now follow the bailiff to your jury room and depart with the court's sincerest appreciation.
Well, there it is, y'all. Man, what a trial. Judge Kirk, you are the man, sir. We will miss you. For those who don't know, this is his last trial. He actually stayed over. He requested with the Supreme Court.
All right, I'll ask the state to prepare an order in the premises. Is there anything further that we need to discuss?
I think that's all we need. Hang on.
Like a silly point, but is the court sentence imposed consecutively with the federal sentence, or?
I think it is a sort of unusual question, and I don't know that it makes any difference, to be honest. I'll run it concurrently with the federal sentence.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything further? And of course, we'll schedule all motions, hearings. The court will certainly take up appropriate motions to be filed by the defense.
Of course, it's academic, Your Honor, but we will need to figure out, nevertheless, the credit for time served in this case, which may or may not have some type of.
I mean, give it to Victor. He's in it till the end, y'all. He's, you know, I don't agree with what he did. I think the disrespect in Raleigh County, West Virginia, went all up and down people. Because, you know, it was. I don't care what you say. You watch those closing. You watch the cross of the witnesses for the prosecution today, and it puts them in a bad light. It really does.
Impact in the future. Secondly, we need, well, this is more of a question of the court. The court envisions a hearing on post-trial motions, and at that time, I do believe that the court will have to reaffirm the sentence, if the court rejects our motions, because the time of the for the appellate purposes will have to start running from a very specific date, and that is the date of the entry of the sentencing order. So I think that the court will have to re-sentence the defendant if the court rejects our post-trial motions. So we can
certainly do that. I've done that many times in the past, and we can do that to accommodate the time for appeal. I can set a hearing date for post-trial motions. I'm looking first at February the 24th, 2025 at 9 a.m.
1st of February, Your Honor. Is that what you...
February the 24th.
Oh, 24th.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I need just a few minutes to pull up my calendar.
Okay, take your time.
Judge, I'm sorry, I already know I cannot do that.
Okay, February the 25th, 2025 at 9 a.m.
That's more like it. Thank you.
All right. So it sounds like they're just setting post dates for potential appeals. I'm sure this will be appealed into eternity. She's going to try and get it into every court imaginable. Here's the thing, though. Judge Kirk, pretty honorable dude. It's going to be hard to appeal this one. It's pretty locked shut. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off. But it's over. It's over. Justice for Michael served. Donna Bolt got to speak in court. Ultimately, that definitely turned things in the direction of no mercy, I believe. I don't think Natalie's defense was good. I think that their tactics really hurt her in the end. I mean, almost to the point where I felt bad for her during this trial. Not that they're bad lawyers, but I just think they did a bad job on this one. But even still, the evidence directly pointed out Natalie Cochran murdered her husband, Michael Cochran. She is going to prison for the rest of her life. Yeah. I mean, what else can you say? Be sure to like the channel or like the video, subscribe to Creepalachia on YouTube, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Be sure to review the podcast. We got audio only versions. We do long interviews. I mean, you can turn these interviews on. You can vacuum. You can walk the dog. Do all kinds of things listening to these episodes of Appalachians and their tales from the darker side of things. Some aren't so dark. Some are. This one's very dark. But anyways, be sure to follow us because I already got an interview lined up involving the football scheme that was being investigated. There's going to be people coming on with receipts talking all about it. I mean, we're talking, I'm going to be in the community getting jurors, prosecutors, highly a good chance that we're going to see some prosecutors on the show. Going to try and get Judge Kirk. I don't know if it'll be possible, but we're going to try. Hopefully we get some family members of Michael. I mean, I'll even get family members of Natalie if they want to come on and talk. Obviously I'll have some hard questions for him, but we'll have them. But yeah, be sure to follow the stuff. I appreciate y'all bearing with me on my 4th live stream now. Yeah, Michael's mom, definitely Amanda. I'm hoping to get Donna Bolt on. One thing I want to do is I want people to know what that letter said that she gave to the prosecution if we can. I think that would be very interesting. And also, she didn't really get to give her final statement in full form like she should have had the right to do. So, yeah, that's the goal. I appreciate y'all. I hope you have a good evening. Thanks.